Yeah. People calling want to see about this video like a nigga lying and shit. Nigga ain't lying on neighborhood real. This is channel, right? He took the video down, right? And it's unenlisted. He just took it out. It was 2 days ago. He just took it out. So y'all see this here. I don't make shit up just to go at niggas. I seen that shit and was like, what do you mean? He said some very disrespectful shit. But he took the video off right here, as y'all can see. This is it. This is the video right here, buddy. He took it out. We're gonna let y'all hear a little bit of this shit.
What's up? What's up? Man, y'all get on up in here, man. You know I had to pull up. I'm tired of it all, man. I done got fed up. I done got fed up with the fed up. Yeah, it's time for me to come back on center stage, man, to put this all in perspective. Matter of fact, I might need to make some phone calls to get some people up here, but I'm gonna drop this ladder though. Yeah. We're gonna put that ladder up in the mix so people can climb aboard. Yeah, but if you ain't from the funk, ain't no sense of getting on here because you're gonna get handled. You ain't from the funk, you're gonna get handled. I'm just telling you right now. Let it be known. Salute to the dude, man. I'm tired of it all, man. I just had to say something. I've been trying to keep my little piece, stay out the mix, get out the way. But man, you know what I seen today? I seen something today, right? And I said to myself, okay, this where we going with this? This how this gonna go? So everybody talking about what OG Percy. Let me correct that. What Percy said. So what Percy said and what Fake Tune when it did is all out, you know what I'm saying? Just underlining up, trying to get some content. Now, I'm gonna say this again. The Fake Tune dude, when it started up, it instigated a lot of BS, and I can agree with the homie when he told me, hey man, when they interview you, it's up to you to answer the questions and whatnot and whatever, right? So, and he right. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know what, man? You right. So, but at the end of the day, if I'm asking a certain line of questions, because I interview people, I talk to people, I have discussions. So if I turn the conversation a certain way, hold on. So if I line the conversation up to a certain level, then it's gonna advocate certain type of responses. So therefore, they're gonna open up where I can lead them into where I need them to go. If I got underlying intention, right? If I got something I'm trying to set up or I'm trying to point out to people, I'm gonna line of question up and turn the conversation the way I need it to be. That's the whole point of being an interviewer. You're able to guide the conversation in the direction that you need it to go. It's that if I'm talking to somebody and they have no idea which way I'm trying to go with it, and they don't understand my motive, then I give them something that triggers them, because we all know once you get triggered emotionally, you cease to do critical thinking. Now you're just moving in your emotions and you're just responding. You're not listening to understand, you're just listening to respond. So then that went that. And then so forth and so forth. And here we are today, few days later, 15, 20, 30 videos later, people responding from California, you know, Crips and whatnot and such, and everybody else responded. And you got people in Texas responding. Okay, cool. But this what I'm on. This what I'm on right here. Let's clear the earth, man. You see the thumbnail? You see what it say? Like, then I heard some dudes, these dudes are always coming out here saying, they're gonna give you forward this, but they're gonna put the black eye on forward. And I'm gonna tell you why. See, and then nobody wanna talk about it. Nobody really wanna put it out there, but I'm gonna put it out there. I'm gonna put it out there. Everybody from the state is split, just like pretty much different states. Not all states, but different states are split. California is split north to south. Texas is split north to south, right? So if you live in Texas, let's be clear. You might have grew up here in the Metroplex and all of that, but everybody that stay in 214 know that you don't come to 817. Everybody stay at 817, don't go to 214. It ain't because we over here in this 817, we scared to go to 214. That's not it. They over there, when we was already over here in our section, in our neighborhood, in our city, in our little small city, we was already putting in work. This is going all the way back to the 70s. Some of the most notoriety figures come out them two cities. I'm not throwing no shade on Dallas. They got some prominent figures that came out of Dallas that hit TDCJ. Some of the most knownest fighters come from them two cities. Mainly Dallas. So let's get that straight. Mainly Dallas, you're gonna have some of the most hardest fighters that gonna put them paws on you real good coming out of Dallas. The second city is Fort Worth. But some of the most rowdiest men, the most rowdiest guys, I'm gonna keep the content clean. Some of the most rowdiest guys coming out of Fort Worth. One of the most notorious men in Texas, besides another notorious guy or family that came out of Houston, came from Fort Worth. Right? Stood 10 toes down in the whole system against everybody from Fort Worth. But we cannot take away from the guy that was putting in work in Houston, the known notoriety figure, a known dude. But we had more known figures with ample ability to put in much work and more fear that walk the streets or inside those institutions. Let's not forget that. Let me say this: at my age range puts me in line to say this because I'm not on the cusp of something that was ended. I'm not on the cusp of something, you know what I'm saying, that I didn't get to see. I'm in the midst of the whole scenario, so I can talk. I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say. And this real spiel. North Texas versus South Texas. Down south, they players, they fight about their neighborhoods from this part of town to this part of town, and that's ward versus this ward, and them dudes that go down there, all them surrounding cities, they ride with H-Town. Beaumont, Port Arthur, Orange, the Golden Triangle, anything Victoria, all of them, they consider themselves Houston. When they come to the penitentiary, they link up with Houston. Let me make this clear. I lived in Houston in the early part of '84, right? Just for a brief summer, just to come down, go visit family, whatever. I stayed in Houston, right? I have family from Sunnyside, right? 3rd Ward, 4th Ward, A-Leaf, and Pearland. In '84, all y'all was caring about was the Village, South Park, South Side versus the North Side, and that was it. When wards versus these wards, 3rd Ward, 4th Ward, 5th Ward. That's all y'all was talking about. Y'all was down there riding on 84s and 85s, right? Because it was a thing back then. And you know, that's still y'all thing now, which, you know, y'all country as hell. So let's keep it like, we all from Texas, but y'all just way more country than us. So y'all down there is riding 84s, and y'all talking about swinging and all this stuff, right? And doing this neighborhood thing. Y'all wasn't doing no gang banging. And them dudes that stayed in Orange and all that in Baytown, I got fans stay in Baytown. Y'all wasn't doing no gang banging. They come talking about y'all had Crips down there. It was Bloods down there. Y'all was doing none of that. Y'all was down there being players and selling drugs. That's it. Y'all wasn't doing none of that. I'm not saying y'all cities don't do nothing. Y'all wasn't doing no getting into it and putting in some work. But man, let's make this clear. When y'all get on these little platforms, quit lying. Quit lying talking about trying to down Fort Worth. See, now I'm on some city flex stuff. Forget the history of who came, who did what. Let's call it like it is. All y'all doing is underlying trying to get y'all little points in against Fort Worth, because when we was in the penitentiary, when I went to the penitentiary and I got there in 1994, nobody I met was banging, but probably 2 people that said they was from a Crip or a Blood set from Houston. The rest of y'all was talking about y'all neighborhoods, y'all rolling y'all on, talking about pumping in the earth, talking about y'all roofing and all of that. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all swinging and banging, and y'all screwed up, and y'all sipping syrup, and all of that. You niggas wasn't talking about none of that until the 2000s. None of that. Now y'all get treated like stepchildren in the prison. It's always been in the prison. It's always been Dallas versus Houston. Not the Metroplex, because we not one big city. We 2 different cities. They call that the Metroplex, that's what the white people call it, because of the airport connect both sides. It's split down the county line. Idiots probably do some homework and some history, you probably know this. So that's why they call it the Metroplex. So other than that, but I'm gonna stick to the script. Dallas is Dallas. Fort Worth is Fort Worth. If Fort Worth is we so backwards and we don't know what we doing. I ain't speaking for no sex. I'm speaking for the city. Niggas ain't y'all not for the keep trying to blemish and tarnish the name when all of y'all outside Fort Worth, besides San Antonio ain't even in this, right? They their own entity. So we talking about the north to the south. Y'all down there in that way, y'all got all this gang banging when dudes from Fort Worth went to state school and they put y'all down. Can't now one of you dudes come on one of these interviews and tell us what dude came from California that from them particular sets and put y'all on and he's still alive today, or you can show us where somebody chipped him off and you got the obituary. Who brought y'all set to the city? That's why y'all still be down there having them little internal beefs in your city, because y'all still on that neighborhood thing. Now one of y'all ever seen none of them sets y'all from. Right? Y'all never seen none of that down there. I got homies that was down there in Houston, 2 of them. They didn't put the set down there. Why? Because y'all wasn't on that. Y'all wasn't on that. Then y'all get up here now, it's late 2000s, and y'all talking about y'all turned up. We turned off. But ain't nobody trying to come up 45 and see about nothing. Y'all got all this animosity with Fort Worth. Percy don't speak for Fort Worth. He speak for him. But this is how it all got reflected. It's always he the face of Fort Worth. That's not true, but okay, that's the internet. But at the end of the day, now one of y'all want nobody down south cross that line, want to get in your vehicle or get on y'all little high horse and line that up and run nothing. So I don't know why y'all getting on here talking about we ain't got to check in with Fort Worth. Fort Worth ain't all that. They ain't the first one. Yeah, we are. We are the first ones. That's why we bagged it up. That's why we had the murder rate. That's why nobody come over there. That's why every time we in prison, they talking about we crazy. Everybody from Fort Worth had 187. Everybody from Houston, you got D-boy cases. You might have a few, you know what I'm saying, y'all got y'all individual people that do their thing, but when it comes to this issue though that we having this discussion about, that everybody in the uproar about, y'all wasn't coming to prison for that. You didn't come to prison stealing cars, tattooing screwdrivers on you, and all of that type of stuff, and cups of syrup. Y'all wasn't banging. So stop it. So why y'all won't tell the truth where you get your gang banging? Y'all not even gang banging. Y'all got put on. Let me tell y'all something else. Let me straighten this up. Everybody down south pretty much, if you got put on by some dudes from where to state school, and you talking about you cripping, or you was a blood, and you was in the system, and you never went home, and you never did it against nobody, that shit don't count. Now, it's out and over now. My bad. I done let the cat out the bag. You niggas is gang, y'all niggas is penitentiary members. Y'all are not no real members. None of them sets that y'all actually come from or y'all got turned on to or took back to your city, you ain't never used it and did nothing with it. But when we was up here doing all that, you wasn't coming up there local with them homies. Every one of y'all down there that claim, let me go and put it out. All y'all down there claim 5 dudes, 5 all that shit, and right, y'all don't come up here and go try to holler at none of them homies that put y'all on, that showed y'all, gave y'all that knowledge. Whether it be right or wrong, you ain't coming up there. Y'all act like they don't count. Y'all be acting like, see, y'all ain't gonna tell the truth. You ain't gonna get on there and say, nah, man, we don't mess with them. We don't go up there. We don't mess with them. Yeah, because they're too turned up. Because guess what? You come over there to Kyle Court, you know what I'm saying? You know what's gonna happen on 5 News Day? They're gonna run y'all through the blender. Cause y'all gonna be talking about, you think, cause Houston, I always felt like down south, Houston and all them cities down there, they always felt like they was elite because they the biggest city. Y'all not elite because y'all the biggest city? Man, come on, man. Stop it, man. Quit trying to, y'all real Tune, fake Tune took a Houston dude up there and he was a fan. He was up there trying to get him some knowledge. He was up there trying to get some information. But if y'all own this, he would have already had his facts. He'd already knew what to do and how to come. He was the only goofy dude out there. That's why they was out there early in the morning, walking around, showing y'all, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He got on blue shorts, say Houston, a shirt with, what it say? I think that it says Vermont, some Figueroa Vermont and who on it, and you got a blue and black hat on. You idiot. See, but they had to take him outside early in the morning when nobody was out there lurking. Because this dummy gonna get people chipped. He don't know no better. He trying to rep so hard, it's too stupid. Bro, this is the land, bro. What's wrong with you? You camouflage, you blend. We don't do this. This ain't 83 no more, bro. What's wrong with you? But now they had enough sense to walk in certain areas and understand, but the people that participate in other places, they don't know this. But I'm gonna show y'all something in a minute though. But check this out. Back to this. Man, Fort Worth is the only city, the small city that ran the gauntlet when it came to the gangbang. Well, we ain't did it 20, 30, 40 years straight. But when it comes to that, you ask anybody down that way, down south, because it's always been the South against the North. The Houston Oilers against the Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Mavericks against the Rockets. Where did Fort Worth come into this? Y'all problem with Fort Worth is with this gang banging. That's what y'all got a problem with. Hey, I'm here to inform you. Here, let me formally apologize to South Texas. Sorry, it ain't our fault y'all didn't get it like we got it. It ain't our fault y'all to come from an environment we come from. Ain't our fault that we got the tourist gangsters coming in our neck of the woods. Sorry, it ain't our fault. We went with the protocol. We went with what was going on. We went what we was raised with by our parents. Our parents was already in the streets gangstering. Our people was already doing this. If we wasn't going, when you was from Fort Worth, you could go all over Fort Worth. See, I go all over Fort Worth. I'm known everywhere in Fort Worth. I know somebody everywhere. When you from down where y'all was from, you couldn't go everywhere because you needed to get whopped on. Internal neighborhood beats going good y'all section so hard, you couldn't do nothing. So miss me with this external half-ass slugs y'all be shooting out there like y'all in down that way. I ain't got no problem with Houston. I got better than Houston. But at the end of that, we call a spade a spade. You niggas in Houston knowing y'all wasn't doing that in that system until later on in the 2000s. All through them 90s, man, who gonna run the car? Who run the car in prison? It ain't no Houston niggas. It ain't damn nigga from Houston that when I sat on the unit 20 years called no shots on no game. None. I know a nigga from Longview, one dude campaigned Houston niggas and took 9 niggas down by himself before they stopped him. He had niggas from Houston scared to come to the day room. One dude. Shout out to Lil Bobby doing a life sentence, nigga, out of Longview, and begged me to put him on 1 and 11. Told me, man, you know what? Man, a lot of these niggas hoes, man. Let me get on the set so I can clean it up. No, that ain't what this for. But that was my partner, stood back to back in different rides, 2 different rides against some white boys and some Mexicans, and we stood in that thing hardcore by ourselves up in there. And he ain't no gangbang. And he niggas rode against Houston by himself, 9 people. Had them not coming out they cell. Man, Lil Bob out there tripping. Yeah, y'all didn't want to mess with that little country dude, right? But then y'all get on these blogs and y'all try to amp up Houston and down Fort Worth because we're a smaller city. Y'all know y'all can't come up there. Ain't nobody coming up there. When you come up there, you creeping in and creeping out. You ain't letting it be known this H-Town. You niggas ain't coming up there with that Astro shit. You niggas ain't coming up there with that rocket shit. You niggas ain't coming up there stressing that. You niggas coming up there being friendly, trying to get motherfuckers get on that promethazine and try to be cool and try to show you something so y'all can say y'all around some real gangsters. And then go back to your spot. You talking, man, I become forward, man. I be fucked with it. Y'all trying to say plug in with forward because y'all know what it is. I got several homies that's from sets. If we was in LA, we don't get along, but we in Texas. So we ain't got no beef. I ain't got no beef, but we from forward. So that's all understood. Forward against everybody. So I don't know what y'all on. So I don't even get it. I don't even get why y'all getting on these things and keep trying to blemish forward. Trying to put the black eye on forward because of person. So y'all picking weak links. But y'all really know who gonna get out there in that squad. Y'all really know. Y'all ain't trying to call the city out. Y'all don't want that trouble. We got too many wild ass youngsters down there in that penitentiary. Y'all don't want that. Man, won't y'all sit down with that, man? Won't y'all get on the blog and say, man, we gotta call a spade, man. We first got introduced to some crippin' or some bloods from dudes from Fort Worth. Even though we got it right or wrong, that's where we got it from. Where y'all OGs at from LA to run y'all? Y'all trying to go to LA to link up with somebody to say y'all legit. We had people that came to Fort Worth to make it legit. I'm not from over there. I'm not trying to get in their politics. I ain't from the H, right? I'm from the funk. And I ain't trying to get in Hooper business, because I'm neighborhood. But at the end of the day, I'm going to speak the truth. Niggas don't want to get over here and speak the truth. Don't nobody niggas talking about, man, this and that. Man, 3-4 dudes that can fight from Houston, maybe 10. Man, stop it, man. Stop it. Quit getting over here trying to blow y'all self up. Y'all didn't get it like that. Y'all still down on that city neighborhood stuff. Stop it, man. Stop it. Quit trying to blow yourself up off of this issue and get y'all some jabs in with Fort Worth. Y'all got a problem with Fort Worth? Run it. 45 ain't that far. Go up 2.5 hours and let's look at it. Call whoever y'all want to call out and let's go with it. Let's see. We can meet in Centerville. That's the halfway point. What you mean? What are y'all talking? Why are y'all slugging on the internet? When y'all can get on the phone, y'all got contact with dudes from Fort Worth that y'all was doing time with. Niggas talking about when they got out in 08. 08, nigga. 08, nigga, we done retired everybody in a rocking chair. Niggas talking about what they doing in 08. Nigga, you niggas wouldn't have been outside in 88. You wouldn't have been out there in 78. Talking about some 08. You niggas talking about some late bloomers. Come on, my niggas. What is wrong with y'all? But y'all, that's what y'all always did. Y'all always try to glow to be bigger than everybody. Cause y'all the biggest cities down there. Then all them little cities group up with y'all. Come on, man. Coattail riding that dudes. If you niggas from the country, you from the country. Claim yours. Why y'all? Man, if I'm from Beaumont, I'm not claiming Houston. I'm from Beaumont. If I'm from Orange, I'm from Orange. If I'm from Port Arthur, I'm from Port Arthur. Why am I screaming H-Town? Yeah, nigga, we ain't screaming Dallas. Dallas don't mess with us and we don't mess with them. Granbury don't mess with us. We don't mess with them. Everybody know the line drawn in the sand. The only people who respect Fort Worth that's on the South Line border is San Antonio. If we want to tell the truth, and if you didn't get your crippin' from somebody from Fort Worth, you got it from somebody in San Antonio. Can't none of y'all went on these interviews produce where your set came from, because you all got it from state school. And then you passed it along, whatever the case, but you got it right, you got it wrong. At one point in time, everybody was thinking they was under the 6-point star. At one point in time, everybody thought they was under the 5-point star. Misinformation, get different things, everybody changed it. They didn't have nothing to go with, so they just grabbed whatever literature and knowledge they think they could get, and they ran with it and put it together. But at the end of the day, now one of y'all want to come to that murder. Now one of y'all want to talk. Y'all don't want to talk to nobody. You look what y'all doing. Look what they doing. Y'all talking to everybody except somebody from the murder. Pay attention. Yeah, but I'm going to point it out and put a spotlight on it. Y'all don't want to talk to nobody
that stumped down from the murder. You got this weird-ass weirdo coming up here coattail riding on our culture, and he stay down in Houston. If it's so rugged down there, if it's so hard, you got all them people to interview. What you up here for? Why is he coming to Fort Worth? Why is he coming to Fort Worth messing with us if we ain't got it like that? If we ain't live like that, we ain't real like that, what you up here for? If you try to throw slugs and push shade on Fort Worth, what you up here interviewing a dude from Fort Worth for? Why you didn't take him with you when you went out there? Because you had another agenda. So yeah, man. So all these bloggers, let's get this stuff straight, man. And let me say this, for the history, and I told some dudes, some candidates, a gang of times. Man, for y'all get mad about anybody about how they repping some set, you need to find out who run the set to the state or to the city, and y'all need to check them. Because all they did was bring some crack, pass it out, show them how to hit up the set, or hit it up on the wall, and left. So don't get mad at nobody else. Get mad at your people. Yeah, man. Because like we know this a fact. We know this to be a fact. Everybody that migrated to California before the era all this started came from the South. I had conversation personally with a dude that his people from the same place my dad's from in the freaking country. And I let my daddy talk to this individual, and he told him he know his whole family. What we talking about, cuz? Yeah. That's why when you go to the country, everybody does, because everybody related in some form or fashion. Cuz, what we talking about? But y'all talking all this yin-yang like y'all originated in California. Your kids born in California. That first wave, that first generation of OGs, they come from the South. Man, y'all roots are in the South, but y'all don't want to say that. Y'all trying to lowball that and low-key that. Your people from the South, stop playing. Like, man, come on, man. You picking on your people. Nobody want to say nothing. Come on, man. You from Canada, you picking on your people from the South, man. We your people. What you picking on us for? But I'm back to the Fort Worth thing. Man, Fort Worth versus everybody on mine. I'm the #1 representative of that Fort Worth shit. I don't give a damn. Yeah, I'm from a set, but guess what, man? I'm from Texas first. I'm California second. I'm Texas first. I'm California second. When it comes to this other thing, I'm California first and I'm Texas second. Yeah, let's get that understood. So when it comes to anybody got something to say about somebody from the funk and they really want to be on some funk, then guess what? I signed my name on the Declaration of Independence too. Yeah, there's a whole lot of us got our name on the Declaration to make sure y'all don't cross that county line. It's a whole bunch of us. So what are y'all saying? We all signed up for this. Our parents, our cousins, our uncles, our brothers, our sisters, everybody that live in that 817 area code from the east, the south, the west to the north, we signed up for this. And I ain't talking about no game, ain't talking about no shooters. I'm talking about repping Fort Worth, period, against everybody. We signed up for this. That part. Yeah, we were signed up. We enlisted. And most of us were born into it. Like me, I was born into this. So yeah, I'm gonna rep it. I'm gonna hold it down. I'm gonna say something. I don't like it. I just been sitting back listening. Niggas always got something to say about Fort Worth. They keep Fort Worth in your mind. Worry about where you live at. Because until you want to come to Fort Worth and kick up some dust and really see what Fort Worth do, then y'all need to keep Fort Worth out your mind. Y'all need to find y'all somebody to get you some connections with. We just like LA. You want to check in when you come up there, or you want to sneak in and sneak out like the coward shit y'all be doing already. You got to get, but guess what the motto is? I'm going to hip y'all to something. The motto in Fort Worth is, you can't check in because you'll get checked out. That's the motto. You can't check in Fort Worth because you will get checked out. Yeah, take that how you want to. I'm just telling y'all, I could have called 15 homies to come on here from Fort Worth that would have chatterboxed this boy down. We'd have been on this boy calling people out by name and everything. ready to go to war. Man, come on, man. Y'all stop playing with forward. Stop trying to up y'all little sets on forward name. Cause y'all ain't got no name like that. Anywhere you go in Texas, everybody know forward bang. Everybody don't know Houston bang. Y'all started banging in 2006. Some shit like that. Come on, man, stop playing. Y'all done had a handful of dudes that bang. Y'all don't even have no known notoriety dudes that come from Houston that bang from the street. Forget that penitentiary. I don't care what a nigga did in penitentiary. It don't count. It ain't on your resume. What the fuck wrong with y'all? That don't count. So whatever you did, beat up niggas in prison, it don't count. You got to bang in the streets. You got to go to war in the streets. And if your resume don't have street credibility on it, it don't have street work on it, it don't count. I don't respect you. I'm speaking for me. I don't respect you if you didn't bang in the streets. Don't tell me nothing about no Cripple blood. I don't want to hear it. I just been keeping my mouth shut. That's how I feel really. Because I don't like that. I'm really down now. I'm going to say something. Man, I don't agree with what Percy said, but I'm going to say this. Percy, I'm going to defend Percy on this one because he got played on. And he didn't know Real Toon went out there and did that dumbass stuff. And that Real Toon know what he was doing. So yeah, this time I'm riding with the funk. He part of the funk, so no, ain't nobody riding. We ride. We all ride. So man, stop that, man. Y'all need to quit that. Y'all need to quit playing, bro. Quit lying and quit acting like forward ain't got nothing going on. Y'all ain't coming up there. If we so backwards, we so slow, why y'all ain't up there putting no work in? Why ain't bring none of that work up there and put it down and take over a section? Because you can't. Man, y'all know what it is? Come on, man. In that prison, y'all know what it is. We was against everybody. Some of the most wildest dudes in prison, I don't care what unit you on, they come from Fort Worth when it comes with this issue. When we talking about this subject, they come from Fort Worth. They don't come from nowhere else. Man, stop it, man. Y'all need to stop that shit, bro. But I'm on my soapbox, man. I got money on anything, bro. On anything. Nigga don't want to run nothing. On nothing. Y'all tripping. You can't tell me, you can't run me no history from nobody that came from Cali, that came to them country towns of Dutch City and put some sense down. Where the OG at? Show us a picture. Give us some information. Quit going to Cali trying to get the information. Y'all going out there to get it. I thought it came to you. Oh, my bad. That's because y'all was in state school. Y'all got it from the Knicks for Fort Worth, and y'all know it's a no-fly zone. I forgot. My bad. But yeah, man, that's all I gotta say about it. But I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna drop that ladder in case somebody want to climb aboard and want to vouch for what I'm talking about. But that shit weak, bro. That shit weak as hell. What's up? Let me see what they got going on up in here. Let me see what they got going on in the chat. I know somebody up in there crying. What up? What up, man? Let me see what the boys doing. The Goon Show in the building always. Man, I got a call, dude. We be slacking on our friendship. I don't have to apologize. Johnny motherfucking James D. What's up, Anonymous? What's up, girl? 448 Yo. What's up? That little post up with the boss, man. I'm trying to tell you. Say, what's up, Geronimo? 448 Yo. Always coming through. Black Dog. Where my boy Black Dog at, man? He don't be on the scene no more. Yeah, Rick the Diabolical. What's up, now? Appreciate you. Yeah, man. This, man, they got to stop, man. They got to stop this. Yeah, Mel. What's up, man? This was crazy. Where the boys at now? I want somebody go tap them Houston boys and tell one of them to plug in and let's talk about it. Yeah, because y'all can't tell me that, bro. Y'all know y'all getting this information. And even if it was right or it was wrong, y'all say they made this person made it up, this person made it up. I heard from my own 2 ears. I'm only talking what I heard. I heard dudes in prison that was 5'9", 5 dudes from the South had wrong information. Had wrong information. And then they didn't have wrong information. They all had the same bogus pretty much information with some truth and some bogus stuff to it. And they was all speaking it with each other, passing it around as it was true. Everybody, they all picked some known figure from Hoover and they named him. But they couldn't tell you nobody else. They couldn't tell you, they don't know the boss. They don't know the boss. They don't know niggas from 7-4. They couldn't even tell you how to hit up. Said, listen, I'm gonna be messy. If niggas came in that down south, I bet y'all don't even know how to hit any one of them set up on the wall the right way, the way it was done. I got money. Nigga can't even type in the chat how to hit up 7-4. Nigga can't even tell me, y'all down south got all this information, all this super knowledge. Y'all can't even tell me what hats they were. You can't even tell me how to hit it up and what hats they were. Hey, boss, chill out, don't say nothing, stay out the way. Man, check this out. You can't tell me how 11 dudes hit it up. Y'all can't tell me how 5 dudes hit the wall up. Y'all don't know. And then they try to get on somebody's channel and try to speak about it like y'all know what's going on. You don't even know how to hit your setup the right way, let alone throw it up. So what is y'all talking about? You had to wait till YouTube come out to get all the information. You niggas had to get the information off the internet. You didn't even know how to hit it up. I asked y'all when I was in prison with you. Y'all didn't know nothing. When y'all went to lock C's, y'all was locking C's with your right hand. Y'all didn't know nothing. Y'all didn't know this. Come on, man, y'all didn't know this. Niggas walking up trying to lock C's with the right hand. And then they wonder why, man, I dropped my hand down. Man, I don't do that. I don't do that right there, homie. I don't do that. Who do that? Where we do that at? When we start locking C's with our right hand? When do we even start locking C's? That's a Texas thing. Why y'all ain't Alright, man. I'm cool. Niggas don't do that. Niggas don't even know how to shake hands like the Hoovers do in Cali. Get somebody over here and tell them to show me how, put the camera on and show me how y'all shake hands. Come on, talk to me. I'll talk back. Y'all talk to me with some real information. Y'all can't get on here with no real information. You don't know nothing. Y'all need to go look up Kelbeck videos. Y'all finna go looking up videos and holler at these niggas and try to see how to hit it up. Y'all gonna try to see how you supposed to handshake. Come on, man, miss me? Miss me with that. I turned corners for real. I turned corners for real. I was outside for real. Y'all playing. Hold up, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show them. They don't know, man. All right, boss. They just talking, man. They ain't never been outside for real. They ain't never been outside for real. What's up? Don't nobody want to hit that ladder and talk about it? Let's talk about it. I know they don't want to talk about it. I know they don't want to talk about it, but I'm going to show y'all something, though. We're going to talk about it. Look at this. Come on. What we got?
I'm trying to figure out, like, what are you talking about?
Nigga, I'm talking about how it go. That's what I'm talking about.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, you know, a lot of niggas from Texas that bang that shit never been to California, bro. And a lot of niggas don't even know about history or enemies or blocks they haven't been on, bro. So like, just because of niggas, but just like you talking about what the Mecca is, like, bro, nobody can even say what the Mecca, what's this and what's that. You feel me? When you got niggas the same age as you that's really banging that shit and really got pulled in other places, bro, in this city. So it's like, bro, when you saying what you saying, like, when you say what you saying, it's like, it's really not no Fort Worth of like what Houston is, because like, bro, Houston is one of the 4th largest cities, right? So it's like, bro, what you saying, or and even when you spoke about the 5'9" Hoovers, the 5'9" Hoovers are the Golden Triangle, Beaumont, Port Arthur, and Orange, nigga.
I know.
That's not even out here.
But they claim Houston.
They don't claim Houston, they claim the Golden Triangle, bro.
Just one for the sake. We ain't gonna argue. I'm gonna let you talk. You talk. In prison, they was riding with Houston.
Yo.
Outside riding with Houston. They not standing individually on their own.
They don't supposed to stand individually in Houston, the main city.
Yeah.
They don't supposed to stand. They don't supposed to stand by themselves in Houston, the main city.
Yeah, they do. They not, cause they not nowhere in Houston. They're not in Houston. They're not in Houston or the city limits. They're their own city.
Only thing I'm saying, it's not no 5'9" out here, bro. I don't know. No.
I get you. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I get that, and I know this because I was locked up 22 years, bro. I was down there asking and talking to niggas. They didn't know none of this, and they wasn't talking about none of this. I'm telling you, I was on holiday unit on 45, right there across from Wing unit. Hey, niggas was over there talking about 3rd Ward, 4th Ward, South Park, Sunside, Northside versus East. You know what I'm saying? All that. Niggas went talking. We was over there. Niggas was coming from forward. They was coming to that unit. We was squabbling. We was gangbanging against each other. We was gangbanging against everybody. That if a dude say he was from Galveston, wherever, or he was from Houston, wherever they said they was from, if they banged and they was against something, they was something against whatever them fools believed in, they banged on it. I watched it. I personally didn't do none of that because, for one, I didn't gangbang in Fort Worth. So when I came back, I wasn't even outlawed. So I didn't even get a chance to participate in none of it. So I had already did what I did. So it's at the end of the day, I'm just listening from when I got to prison, you didn't start seeing dudes from the South coming down out of South Texas until the mid-2000s talking about they Crips and Bloods. All through the 90s, everybody that was a Crip and a Blood, they either came from Dallas, San Antonio, or Fort Worth. That was it.
So what about Solo then? Solo ain't like Solo from the H, bro. But Solo over the Hoovers. You feel me? Solo.
Where he from?
Ain't though.
Where he from?
He from the Southwest.
Okay, so he over the Hoovers. So who gave it to him?
Man, bro, look, you got to talk to Solo.
See what I'm saying? Okay, so how old is he?
I just want to say Solo about 50.
Okay, so at some point, if nobody was down there, right? Think about this. I was coming down there. I got family down there. I was coming down there in the 80s, early 80s. Wasn't no gangbanging going on down there.
J-Dog out here too. You got Lil Boss out here too.
Who?
J-Dog, Lil Boss. You got Capone.
Okay, I know who they are, but they wasn't gangbanging in the 80s. In Houston.
I can't speak on that, bro.
I can. I was there. I can tell you, I used to go to the Rhinestone Wrangler. So if anybody from Houston that's up in age, everybody know about the Rhinestone Wrangler. That was the spot to go to. So this when dudes was getting 84s and 85s, putting them on cars and all that. This when Toast was still alive. You know who Toast is, don't you?
That's Cordell's little brother, bro.
Okay. So he was still alive then. So it wasn't nothing but South Side versus North Side, South Park versus, you know what I'm saying, the Village. You had a street that come from behind South Park that split them neighborhoods, that split them apartments. It was a long street behind a field. And if you get caught back there from either side, they riding on you. Y'all was doing all of that. They wasn't doing none of that, right? When I was coming down there, I was already geeking up and all of that. They wasn't on none of that. That wasn't even on their radar. It was all selling drugs and you know what I'm saying, sipping service and being players. I know all Houston dudes that I know from back then, they was players and hustlers.
The side of town I stay on, bro. The side of town I stay on, bro. They call this bitch gangland, bro. And the only reason why they call it gangland, bro, because there's so many gangs out here, bro. So when you talk about the southwest side and the north side, those are two like real major method like melting pots for gang activity, bro. If you go down Scottsboro, you had the Bloods, Wesley Square Bloods, you feel me? Jeremy's. So like that's what I'm saying. The infrastructure is, but the niggas don't know the knowledge of it formulating their own block. That's how you stop niggas from claiming California says, bro. They can be a subset from whatever, but they gotta make they block what they block is. You feel what I'm saying?
I agree with that. So this is what I'm gonna say. All them sets you just named, I ain't heard of none of them in prison.
That's what I'm saying, because you gotta understand me as a different reason. So
Okay.
y'all go through Gurney or whatever process y'all go through, and we go through like Garza East or Garza West.
That's when you went. When I went, they wasn't doing that. If I'm telling you, I was on holiday unit for 15 months. That's right in Huntsville. I
gotta speak on, you know, but I had uncles and shit that was in prison too, bro, so.
Yeah, man, so all I'm saying is, whatever sex that was homegrown, okay, forget Cali sex, because this ain't about Cali sex. It's about how niggas is really getting on the internet and trying to blemish and trying to make it like, oh, them niggas in forward, they banging wrong, they doing this, they on.
No, that's California saying that. How you see that?
Bro, listen. I done heard two or three other channels. I just seen one. I just heard one today. Dude was saying, "Man, we don't got to check in with forward." That nigga had some animosity in his voice when he said that. Bro, who said y'all had to check in with anybody when y'all know if you start being from a set, most of the people. When I got locked up, most of the people that started really being from somewhere.
Was the nigga in prison, neighborhood real?
They was in prison.
I'm saying it was the nigga. I'm asking, was the nigga who talking? Was he?
He went to prison later. He about your age.
All that nigga don't know what he's talking about because.
Listen, that's what I'm trying to straighten. This is why I'm speaking on all this, because it's dudes that really know this stuff. They not saying that they underline chunking slugs. It's like, forget that, bro. Percy not the face of forward. Percy just Percy. He not forward. He don't speak for Hoover. He don't speak for forward. He wasn't out there. So everybody that know that he wasn't out there, nobody's saying, I'm gonna just keep it real. You know why nobody say nothing? Because nobody cares about what a nigga talking about that's a dope fiend. They know he's been out there. So nobody really caring about it. Right?
But this is what I'm about to say right there, because real man. What does it matter? Like how many more other niggas that's in gangs is on?
A lot. But this is the thing.
And I'm not defending the nigga, but I'm trying to figure out what make a nigga discreditable because he do drugs, bro. There's a lot of people that's doing that shit like, bro.
No, this will make it discreditable. When you say you was out here in the shit, right? And let's be real, keep it real. All the stories he tell, they all prison stories. 3 years, bro. I ain't saying you gotta have no stories in 3 years. I'm not saying none of that. And I'm not bashing him. I'm just speaking fact, right? He wasn't gangbanging. Remember, that Real 2 interviewed some blood niggas, right? What did they say they did to person? What they say they did, and what happened? What did they say when they came up on him and nigga pulled up and he told him, oh man, he just a rapper. He didn't have, bro, them niggas would have laid him out if he was out there banging. That's why they let him ride. That's why they let him leave. Why do you think he could walk around in them little blood neighborhoods? Because you wasn't out there, bro. You didn't cause no damage, so you not a threat. Not saying that he ain't a crip. I'm not saying he's not a crip. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying he can't go and speak on certain stuff. When you speak on certain stuff, you put the image on everybody because everybody think he the face of forward. That's what I'm saying. So me, I'm just correcting it because I'm saying what everybody else won't say. They won't say the truth, bro. Because the fact being, at the end of the day, my first ride I ever seen black on black was in 1994 when the Houston Rockets lost to the Dallas Mavericks. We in the day room, them niggas went to fight. Every time the Houston Oilers, this when they were still the Houston Oilers, Houston Oilers played Dallas Cowboys, or the Mavericks play the Rockets, or the Rangers play the Astros, it's guaranteed Dallas and Houston get into it. So how is Dallas and Fort Worth together? Because we ain't getting in that. Nobody from Fort Worth gets involved in none of that. That's a Dallas and Houston thing. But people think Dallas, because Houston is the biggest city in Texas, then Dallas is the next biggest city, right? They don't think these are two powerhouses in the city. But if by per capita, by what we doing the strategic, we doing the math, by capital, if y'all the biggest ones and y'all got all this stuff going on, y'all murder rate should be higher than ours. But you got to know how it works, because the smaller the city is, the higher the murder rate gonna be. That's how it works. But you could look at the whole run when you were still young. They was running the gauntlet with that, and nobody was trying to mess. It was everybody that spoke for Crip or spoke anywhere in prison where I was at was from Fort Worth. You had a few Dallas. Think about this. All the Dallas dudes that claim, you ever heard of Texas Bad Boys?
No.
Okay, you know where they started at? On Ferguson. Texas Bad Boys originated on Ferguson. It was nothing but a group of Dallas dudes because they was on a Houston unit. And anytime you go somewhere south, right? It's a fact. You go down south back in the early 90s and you go on any southern unit and all the laws is from Houston and the dudes is mostly from Houston, they gonna flex with everybody from up north. I had so many fights on Holiday with Houston dudes about that. Even the guards was from Houston and flexing. It always been that unsaid rule from whenever the older dudes from older than us went to prison and started all these beefs in the 60s and 70s. This already was going on when I came to prison. This didn't start up because Crips and Blood. It was dudes coming from prison in the late 70s telling us about how they was getting into it with Houston. That was embedded in us. Them niggas from Houston, fuck them niggas. Them niggas from down there, fuck them niggas. That's what we was raised with. And then it was Dallas, with their players, we kind of associate with them, but we don't associate with them. You didn't have dudes coming from Dallas coming over to Fort Worth. Dudes didn't want dudes from Fort Worth to come to Dallas because we're going to wreck something and leave and go on. They don't come over in our city and do nothing. I'm not bragging like we the coldest city, but we the only city at the beginning of all of this, bro. I'm talking about like 81, 80. It was already up. We was already at work. We already had gangs. We had homegrown gangs already in Fort Worth, established and going against each other already. All them gangs did was just become Crips and Bloods. That's all they did. But we already had a gang problem in Fort Worth already. Even with the Mexicans, they was going to war. Everybody was going to war, bro. When I was a kid, it was already understood. You either gonna be this, or you gonna be from over here, or you gonna be this. None of us was really having I'm from Eastwood, we're against the South Side. No, it was a gang in Eastwood that went against gangs that was in the South Side. That city was already set up for gang activity anyway. We grew up with it. So when they came from California in like 84, 85, 86, before Colors even came out, they was already putting it in. Everybody was, at one point in time, this is a real history. At one point in time, Fort Worth was all Crips. It wasn't no Bloods. It was all Crips early on. Everybody was a Crip. Getting it changed. That's all I'm saying. Niggas ain't going against, niggas just telling the truth. If you say you a Crip and you say you did this and you say you stuck down, it don't count if you was in prison. I don't care how many dudes you beat up. I don't care who you went out there. that don't count. It ain't on your resume. Man, you not on it ain't on your resume. You got to be in the streets conflicting with other opposition for that to count. Everybody that was over there, they did some work, bro. Everybody. So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, that's crazy. But I'm just saying, what do I do with that? So, let me do something right quick. I'm going to show y'all something. This is what I be talking about. Niggas be saying stuff, bro, and it be crazy to me. Because most dudes, they done paid their way in to be gang bangers. They done paid their way into the game. They went out there, like, we could go with Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne paid his way into being a blood. Niggas didn't go do nothing to be no blood. They do nothing to be no blood. Not at all. But I'm gonna do this right here though. See, I'm gonna show you the difference, bro. This is what I'm talking about. They gotta go and get real things and get somebody to walk them around. I ain't gotta do none of that. What's up, Hockley? What's up? Hey man, this one in the middle right here. This cool shit. Take y'all on the streets out. The first time I ever took a picture from when I got on the set was right here. On this wall right here. This is my first picture. I took a picture with Rest in Peace KK and Lil Donut. Right there, across the street, that's Mondo and them house. This is Long Grain in Manhattan. I think it is. I don't know. Might be. I don't know. Niggas say, taking a history trip, man. We ain't gonna talk about nobody. I ain't gonna be wrestling with nobody, tongue wrestling or nothing. We just walking. We don't know what the expectations are. We don't know what it look like. But I can tell you this. I'm gonna come outside anywhere I'm at. Down this way, the see you stay down that way. The homies stay down this way. We'll go by there. Let's go by and see who outside. about to come in, I can't see it. This dude outside with nobody. I don't need an escort. I am the escort. This what it look like when you vlog in a dangerous area. I'm standing outside by myself. I don't need nobody to take me through no adventures. I know where to go. I lived out there. This is the difference what I be trying to tell dudes. This is what real tune can't do. You don't know nobody to get outside and do that. Yeah, go get somebody that really know them sections. Here, I'm gonna speed this boy up for y'all. So y'all can get this audio. I'm gonna show you. Niggas just talking. I don't know you.
Craig Rubber. Hey, I got knocked out right here. Look. Right there. See them turn right there? I got knocked out right there. Nigga robbed me for a sack. Flip my pockets like a rabbit. The homie's like, damn, homie, what happened? First experience at Crack Road, man. I already know what that is over there. Nigga, we at the dip. Like that nigga say, keep smashing at 108th and West and keep dipping. We gonna keep dipping, man. We on field trips. Welcome to the neighborhood. Anybody want to know what this is? Huh? What's up? I said, I'm just speaking. What's up? Chilling. What neighborhood this is? The Hundreds? Yeah, that's what I thought. What they call you? Huh? Oh, yeah? You been over here on your own life?
On that way, you on camera and shit?
Hell nah, I'm on live, but I used to be over here too. Yeah, I'm Pumpkin.
Who?
Pumpkin?
Broken?
Pumpkin.
Oh, Pumpkin, hey, Pumpkin.
Hey, what's up? What you doing, turning the virus? Is that?
No, I left my bag right here. I think my best friend picked it up.
Oh yeah, you better get on top of it, then. I'm doing a documentary through the hundreds.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got documented to set
The hundreds? The 111?
Well, I'm the only man right there close to this one.
Come on, where you from? West Side Negro family? What they call you? Huh? Oh, Red? Yeah, how long you been living around?
Said I've been around this one about 15.
Damn, but I don't know you. How old you is?
50.
I gotta know you. We still on the side over there?
Stay in the back. See my folks up here.
Oh, okay. Who your folks is? The home? One of the homies? No, we ain't gonna, no, we ain't gonna, we don't want their real name. I was one of the homies.
Probably you.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You be from the old generation and probably.
For sure. I'm 55, so you know that. Yeah. So you know when it was cracking over here. It was cracking over here. For sure. Stay, man. Stay safe now. All right. She said she the only red rag be over here. From IMG, man. Ain't that something? That's crazy. That's crazy, nigga.
This is what I be trying to tell people. When niggas be trying to talk about this shit, I actually lived out there. I could have took the set, brought it to Fort Worth, and turned it all the way up. I'm on a field trip, solo dolo, at night when it's most dangerous in LA. Look, I ain't got nobody with me holding the camera escorting me, giving me a pass, and checking in or none of that. Why I gotta check in when I'm from there? This is the difference when you see the realness. I would go to the Hoover and everything in this. I'm gonna speed it up. I'm gonna show you. I'm in the Hoover. Right there.
Yeah, nigga. Guess what? Let's go Thunderdome, no Keisha? Yeah, let's go Thunderdome.
Oh, I'm in the 60.
Yeah, man, we finna go to Thunderdome, man.
We bag that
And then
up.
we're gonna conclude this trip. Cause you was screaming, I don't know, what did you say? I was trying to read. Hit the link, eyeball. Hold up. Hold up. Pull up and Woody. Just don't give a fuck, nigga. I keep telling this nigga, bro. I keep telling this nigga, bro. They got all kind of shit. They got all kind of shit going on.
Nigga, that's real gameplay. That's when niggas get out and both don't have to get an escort, don't have to get somebody to give me a tour guide. Talking to the wrong people. They be talking to somebody authentic that really know the history. They don't cover the wrong thing. That's why I said what I said. Person for forward. We keep forward business in forward. We don't give a damn. But snakes be trying to shoot them slugs and throw out there. I just had to remind y'all, man, I don't do vlogs with other people. I don't need an escort to ride around LA. I get out of some of the most dangerous hoods ever. I know what to do. I've been out there. And I ain't had no banger. I was butt naked out there. That's because I know what's going on. I wasn't going to no places where you didn't supposed to be at. I went to all the places where Gumby didn't walk there. I walked in that video. I went to that liquor store right there. In that video. And got out the car and walked on the corner and was like, bro, ain't nobody out here. Because they know not to be out there at night. Everybody out there lurking. Anybody could have chipped me that night. If they had been watching my live, any dudes from Cali would have plugged into my live. That was enemies, they could have chipped me. They be watching my every move. I'm live doing that. That ain't no pre-recorded video. I'm live out there moving around. Real Tune them got to do pre-recorded videos to go move around and edit it. That's unedited script. That's all live. Ain't no cutting that. Yeah, don't tell me. I walk around forward. I got a documentary walk around all over forward. What is the dude saying? All of that saying, I ain't knocking nobody what they do, what they say, but we're gonna get the history. Quit slugging at forward. That's what I'm on. Get up off of forward. Because y'all don't want that problem. They don't want that problem. They ain't trying to go down. Quit saying all that old crazy ass stuff. Like y'all originated something. Y'all didn't originate nothing. You was already doing it. Just give us our card and leave us alone. We was the ones that doing it. We did it. Y'all know we did it. We was all on the news with it. We was all in documentaries with it. Like the city was on the map. Stop playing, man. But that's been the theme of this. I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna say it open. And then down up be hating. Them be authentic haters. For real. Because they wasn't doing it. You can't hate what y'all wasn't doing. Get on board. Go do it. They had the same opportunity we had. Everybody started at the same starting spot. We just finished first. That's all. Yeah, man, you see the Geronimo, you know where I was at. And I don't be playing. I went through the block, I went through the 107, I went went through the peanut butter. Oh my bad, I didn't mean to say that. I went to the Hoover, and then I swung around and went down through the 60s and ended the line. Yeah, that part. Yeah. Went all the way, got out on Christian, got out at the Shell, where they say, yo, at the 4-way, at Crenshaw and Slauson, got out at the Shell and walked on foot. Hey, come on, man, what is they talking about? They gotta go out there and get knowledge. Call me, I'm in Fort Worth. You can get it. I got it. You ain't gotta get on no plane and go way out there. Just call me, I'll tell it to you. It's free. Yeah, because I know all of it. Man, come on, man. Y'all gonna stop messing with Fort Worth. Yeah, but that concludes that little thing, man. But yeah, man, thanks for tapping in, man. I just had to put that out there. Y'all share the video, man. Send it to them suckers and tell them to quit lying because y'all state school bangers. Y'all all got it from state school. And you got it from dudes from Fort Worth. Just say that. It ain't gonna hurt. And if you don't know the history, ask your big homies. They probably got beat up by a Fort Worth nigga. That's why they don't want to get no credit up. Keep that in your memory bank. I ain't saying dudes down south weak. I ain't saying that. So everybody from Texas gonna be about some business. But in this Texas, well, we standing on some business. If we gonna come from them shoulders, we gonna work that shoulder game. So I'm not taking nothing from that. That ain't what I'm on. It's dudes that gonna put some work in with them shoulders. They gonna put them hands up, put the paws on you like cartoon things. Put the paws on. But at the end of the day, when it comes to this subject y'all been throwing about, y'all ain't did it, bro. Y'all ain't did it. So y'all need to stop that, man. Quit slugging that Fort Worth. And then Real Tune over here trying to throw shade on Fort Worth. Man, he took a Houston dude with him. Y'all hear me? He took a Houston dude, and then you throwing shade on Fort Worth. What you up there asking them? You told him it was a war in Houston. What you go back and talk to Percy for? He in Fort Worth. He ain't got nothing to do with that. Y'all see what I'm saying? What you want to put the blight on Fort Worth? You put all the trauma on us. Why you didn't put it on Houston? Because you know the niggas y'all niggas standing on wobbly legs. Y'all that shit ain't right there. That's why they did that. Man, I don't care about how nobody feel. I just told the truth. That's the truth. And if you young and I mean, this nigga know what I'm talking about. I don't give a fuck, they got all that shit tattooed on you. That shit don't mean nothing. Nigga, show me your resume from the streets. Show me you certified, nigga, where it come from. If you can't get out there, get in your vehicle, and roam that neighborhood yourself, and somebody know you, then you, man, don't tell me nothing. You talking outside of your neck. Man, it's crazy. But I'm out, man. That's all I got to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Then like what I said, make a video about it. I'll come on there and tell you. I ain't expect to tell now nigga this shit to their face. This is real shit. I'm up in age. I seen all this going on. Nobody was banging. If you started banging after the fact, that's cool. But man, tell the truth. Most of y'all got it from state school. And you keep making like Fort Worth ain't that. Like we didn't do none of this. Like we didn't start nothing. Come on, man, stop that. Won't y'all just go on the line and say it started in your city? That's what y'all want. Y'all want the reputation for it? We don't want the reputation for it. Our city messed up behind it. It's still going on. We still losing our kids behind it. Behind this thing that we started as kids, repping that murder word. I'm the era that turned into the murder word. That group of badass kids right there, that generation, we turned that shit that way. And the ones behind us, where was y'all at? Come on, man. They really did that. I didn't do it. I was on another mission. So I ain't got that. I don't play that role in that right now. I play another role. But I'm just saying, man, I'm representative of that Fort Worth shit. True and true, man. Thorough. All the way through and through, man. It's thorough. Then you gotta know. Yeah. Yeah, nigga, it's murder work for don't bang, nigga. That's what we on. If it's murder work, don't bang, nigga. Tell you going the wrong way, you going against us. You tripping. So yeah, man, y'all have a pleasant night. And remember, that's all, folks. How about that? Like Bugs Bunny.